Happy to see you guys. I thought that the presentation was in Romanian, so my slides are in Romanian, but I can ramble in English better, I guess, at this stage, at least for business-related things. I'll be talking about Hypersay, which is our main product, but I will also talk about, in my last slide, about tech against coronavirus, because this is something that has exploded 3 days ago and has been sucking all our energy for the past couple of days. So it may be interesting for everybody to know about it. First of all, who are we? It's me, Paul Balogh, and Christian Dinu, co-founders. I'm the CEO, he's the CTO. We've been working together for quite a few years, from 2006, did web development and e-commerce. Then we moved to be business online partners for Humanitas for a couple of years. Then we did together our first company. We built educational apps in Romania and textbooks and digital textbooks. And then finally in 2015, we moved to the UK. We went through an accelerator and we kind of established here. And our main product, Hypersay, has been built here, and it grew out of the frustration with what we found in the educational market. What is Hypersay? So Hypersay is an online platform for live interactive presentations. I'll take this one bit by bit. Online platform means that it is not an app. It's not an installable app. You don't have it on your phone as an app, but it is a web app, right? And those who are technically minded know what it is. It's live presentation. This is a kind of a genre of presentation. What I'm doing right now is actually a live presentation. The fact that you are connected, these ones connected to my presentations right now, means that my presentation is live. I share the slides with you. Interactive means that I also have questions and quizzes, such as this one, which I can share with you, so I can easily ask you to tell me if you use any of these products, which are more or less into our competition. And I get to see that 2 people use Slido, nobody uses Glypher, thank you. Nobody uses Poll Everywhere, 2 people use Mentimeter, and 1 Kahoot. Fantastic. They are our competition, but they are our competition in very different markets, let's say, because we are looking at 3 specific markets. I'm going to close this one now just to go to the next slide. So how has it been so far? And I'll tell you about the markets here at bullet number 3. So we've raised 250,000 pounds. Part of that was to build Hypersay, but part of that was to continue our initial line of business, which is developing digital textbooks for educational publishers in Europe. Hypersay, as such, started in 2017, and we've now reached roughly 300,000 users in 200 countries. 80% of that is still coming from the educational space, from higher education, but this number has been diminishing quite a lot. We are looking actually at 3 different markets. One is the educational market, but specifically higher education. The second one is events and conferences, but Slido is the king. And the third one is, largely speaking, the business world, where you have business presentations, which are a bit different from the other 2 as a specific. And there, more specifically, we are used a lot for town hall meetings for mid-sized companies. So those companies that normally have quarters in several countries, and every once in a while, every 6 months or every 3 months, they need to gather everybody, and the CEO has to say something about it. We are a team of 6 people dedicated to Hypersay, plus other 6 which are handling the side of the digital textbooks part of the business. We have one of our investors is our commercial, got on board, liked us enough, and he's on board now, and he's our commercial director. All right, what was it that didn't go that well so far? We think that we have not invested enough in the marketing. I think we were too much focused on the tech side, and the marketing has suffered so far, but we're about to change that seriously. And then this is also something else which I've seen with quite a few Romanian companies. We have a tendency of not raising higher rounds. I don't know exactly why. In our case, we thought that we should rely more and more on the revenues that we are generating from the other side of our business, and we did that. We have largely self-funded, so those 250,000 have just covered part of the cost. Most of it has been self-funded, but I think it hurt us on the longer run because we did not have the marketing budgets to meet Slido and Glypher. So we are lagging now in that particular market, which is the events market, but we are not lagging behind in the educational market.
Paul, you have 1 more minute for this session.
It's enough. It's enough. What's next is the road. What's very big on our roadmap. One is live streaming, which we are actually going to fix and released in about a week, which means that what we have right now, the situation that we have right now with a live streaming inside of which you have my screen shared, through which you get connected, this will be kind of all in one into one single product. And then the second very large thing that I do not have time to cover now, but if somebody's interested, I can comment on, is our large intention is to get into the digital advertising market, but for in-event digital advertising. All right, and now tech against coronavirus. Okay, this grew out of our observation 3 days ago, no, actually 5 days ago, that people that are now getting started with remote teams, not all of them know what kind of tools to use, which led us to search for such lists. None existed, or none that we could find, so we put together one based on our experience, but then we open sourced, we open sourced it, and we allowed everybody to contribute companies and products. And we launched it 3 days ago, and it really exploded. We had 800 shares on Facebook in the first 3-4 hours. We got in total 40K visitors, unique visitors in 132 countries. Now we've curated around 300 websites, and we've approved about 200, and then we communicated with each and every one of the founders of those companies. It's been really, really crazy, but a very interesting side effect of this, even though we did not build this as a promo for Hypersay. Hypersay is just one of the many companies there, including all our competition. This thing has actually doubled the traffic on hypersay.com for the past 3 days. It was not the only reason for doubling the traffic. It's also organic, it's also ads and so on, but it has contributed immensely to the growth of our traffic. And that's it.
Thank you. So you will definitely give us, and I mean the jury members, a bit more time for the Q&A, which will last more than 5 minutes. I see a couple of questions coming from in the order that they given from your notes. I will put the question and him on screen. So his question is, more and more schools are looking for this kind of solution. I think you see the question as well. How is your go-to-marketing at this moment for this field? Any differentiators from the competition?
Okay, so I'll take them one by one because there are several questions. One, schools are not really, I know that more and more schools are looking for this, but at least the situation before coronavirus outbreak was that schools were not really equipped to use something like this, and not from a technical perspective, but more from a training perspective. And most of the professors that we got in touch with, they could not even care about something like this. Situation changes in secondary education, but massively changes in higher education, where they had problems of handling 100 to 100 students at once. And that is where our software actually could shine and could help them achieve great results, especially in engagement rates. What is the go-to-market endeavor at this moment of hype? Oh yeah, okay. It's not entirely clear right now. So now we are more in a, let's say, passive state, as in we get so many requests and paying customers that we have to work with and train and so on, that it is we cannot we are not active now. We are passive, so we are responding to these requests. In a way, this is a situation that has not happened to us before. I mean, we were never. I mean, we always were the ones chasing way, but now it's been in reverse, and we have to figure out how to solve this situation. But clearly, the outbreak had an immediate result on, not an immediate, with a delay about a week, a huge result on people now need something that they considered before to be a luxury or an option. Now they see.
But, maybe I'm missing, but what's the point with this website, the techagainstcoronavirus.com?
Oh,
is this a marketing channel of yours, or what is connection with actually pitching? It's kind of skipped.
Okay, it's not. In a way, I think this was the reason why I was called here to join this meeting to talk about the recent thing that happened with Tech Against Coronavirus. It's not related. I mean, it's built by the company, it's built by us, but it is not. It's a side project, if you want. We considered it as being sort of a social project that we wanted to make. We did not intend it to be a marketing tool for us. That would be, but the result it is that it became a marketing tool for us. And I think that you had a third question.
Yeah, it's kind of lost me here. Maybe I'm not the only one. Maybe I'm tired. Sorry, but kind of not understanding exactly what you are pitching.
Okay. Okay.
Is it the .com website or your actually presentation?
It isn't directly a classical. It isn't directly a classical pitch. It is a presentation of Hypersay.com as our product, and then the last part was a bit the new thing which I was actually asked to cover if possible.
Okay, I got
it. But they are not technically related unless.
Okay.
Yeah.
A couple of minutes for questions.
I might have misunderstood about Hypersay. My understanding was that you will be also adding video streaming to the features, and we all know that video streaming is quite expensive at this moment, and it was since a lot of time. And all the licenses with the media server, the streaming server, are high, and also the traffic is high. How are you planning, if you are planning to add a video option to Hypersay, how are you planning to cover all those costs? Because if you are planning to target town hall meetings, usually there are a lot of participants, and a lot of network traffic will be generated, and also higher costs will be generated as well.
Yeah, it is something that we are also gradually discovering. Video streaming was not in our intentions before the coronavirus, because we did not want to become yet another webinar solution, of which there are thousands. And this is a bit of a misunderstanding. We do not plan to have dual-way video calling as it is right now. For instance, me and you, right? It's going to be one-way streaming of the presenter to the participants. So, which means that if you are a professor, you're going to broadcast basically your face and voice, but also your presentation. So our point is that we want to integrate these two to be able to switch between slides and your live stream. And this is not that costly, especially because most of them already have something preferred. Some already like Google Meetings. Some are used to streaming through YouTube live streams. Some are streaming through Facebook, and some even Twitch. So we are at first stage, we're going to integrate that. So this is what we're developing right now, an integration of these live streams. And we will see if the market needs two-way video communication. Because normally the events that we run, which are so the context in which Hypersay is used, which is with several hundred participants, two-way video is not viable. So you're right about that. So for sure.
Thanks.
We do have a question coming from. Let's turn off that. We do have a question coming from Matei, and I will get him on screen as well. That has to do with raising money. That might also clear up things a bit. Although this one, Tech Against Corona, is a recent initiative, and it started like an initiative. Your main product, Hypersay. Maybe you have something about that. I'm adding now Matei Pavel. So, are you thinking of raising money, or what's the? Hi, Matei.
Hi, Matei. Is this the question? If we think of raising money?
Yeah, Paul, I've known you for quite some time. So I love the product. I used to be a user, and I'm going to use it for any other presentation I ever make. So I love it.
Thank you.
But my question is, because I've known you for like a year and a half now, Are you raising money? Are you thinking of scaling?
Yes. Okay. The intention before the coronavirus outbreak was we were getting ready. We were getting our deck ready and everything for a round of £1 million. This was the intention. And we had already early discussions with VCs, which is something new for us because so far the money that we've raised, it was only from angels, not from VCs. So we started this part, but this was kind of put on hold right now because the world is crazy and lots of people see their value, their wealth going down because of the stocks and the stock market. So it is a very strange situation. Those VCs that we are discussing with, they don't know themselves now what to do exactly. So we need to reevaluate. It's all very new to us as well.
But your plan and desire is to raise 1 million. Can you share a valuation? Have you talked about valuations at all?
No, not yet. No negotiation around valuation. No. But the previous valuation was 4 million.
Got it.
If that's
Cool.
what you, yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Previous round, which was 1 year ago. Yeah, 1 year and a half ago.
Got it. Thanks.
All right.
As well, any other questions coming from other jury members that I see?
If there's time, I have one more.
Yeah, just one more question, less than 1 minute left.
So you mentioned you've got 300,000 users on Hypersay. Is that presenters that have had a presentation or just participants?
It's both together, but yeah, mainly participants. Now, in terms of presenters, we are counting of roughly 40,000. So that's the core. These are the presenters. And out of them, repeat presenters, I mean, those that are coming back and keep using it all in all are around 20,000.
And paying users, paying presenters?
They are just 5,000 right now. We started with pricing a year ago, and I don't think that we nailed the correct pricing. What unlocked though, so when we changed the pricing, what unlocked that was when we realized that most presenters actually do not want to go and have subscriptions, because them coming from the educational space, they look at those three months of vacation as, why should I pay for that? So they wouldn't go for annual or monthly recurrent subscriptions, even though all our investors are pushing that in that direction because of the monthly recurrent revenue, of course. But when we realized that for them, credits is something that works better than the subscriptions, and we came up with credits, this unlocked and we got more and more users, paying customers.
That's really good. Like 5,000 should not be qualified with the just keyword. Like it's not just 5, it's 5,000 units. That's a lot. Congrats.
It is. I mean, we're not covering our costs yet. So we still consider that pretty, it's not what it should be.
It's a great start.
We made a strategic error here. And as you can see, I'm not, I don't shy away from talking about this kind of stuff. We love too much to grow based on free users. And for a while, we love that. We said like, yeah, that's fantastic. I mean, these numbers, which are vanity metrics, and but that pushed our product in the wrong direction. So we got features that free users were asking for, and we were building them because why not? But we did not listen enough to that segment that was actually paying us. So we made this pretty stupid mistake, but then we corrected that, and now we're listening almost exclusively to the users that do pay us, because they have different.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you for bringing in Hypersay. Thank you for speaking about the recent initiative. Although it's at this very early stage level, it did turn out to be a good solution for the people, and as an exercise at least, it worked out well for you.